Yes, guys, this is where it's at. The Blot Outdoor Show. You know what I'm talking about. Right. So welcome back to the Blot Outdoor Show, guys, and thank you for joining me on another Wednesday night windy Wildcamp in the Lake District. Yes, it's been 4 weeks since I've been for a Wildcamp in the Lake District, my favourite place in the world. I'm buzzing to be back, if you know what I'm talking about. And today I'm going to do a Wildcamp at a place called Dalehead Tarn. I've camped there nearly 3 years ago with the two Chris's, but we didn't get the spot that we wanted. I'll tell you more about that later on. It'll give us something to talk about when we're getting the smash burgers. You better believe it, guys. It's a Tuesday now, so I'm 99% sure I'm going to get the spot that I want. If I do, it's an absolutely fantastic spot. I've walked past it a couple of times before, so I always knew I was going to come back. And this is a nice, steady, gentle walk up this valley all the way to my location. Mad for it. It's ideal for me because I've got a bit of an injury. That's something else we'll have a big crack about later on, yeah, which will include an update on the BISCUIT crew, so stick around for that, my Mandy Dingles. Yeah, I've got some beers, guys. Sorry about the wind noise, by the way. Whew, the old windy city. I've got 4 nice beers. We've got some red wine, and I've got some brandy. You better believe it, guys. We're going to do a world famous brandy review. I'm going to have a brandy when I'm feeling quite randy, and Mrs. Blot is called Mandy. You know, makes sense. Come on then, guys, let's get cracking. Oh, and I've got some nice food to cook as well. You know it makes sense. Let's get up to Dalehead Tarn, and I'll see you legends when we get there. Howie. Air matron. Bugging me backwards, as they say in the gay bars of San Francisco. Second time I've tried to camp in that spot, and second time there's been someone there. There's loads of room for 2 or 3 tents, but I like to sit and talk shite, you guys know that. I'm up late doing the world famous whiskey review or brandy review, as it's going to be tonight. And then all the other stuff I talk about. And most wild campers, you know, they'll get themselves wrapped up and they're going to sleep at 10 o'clock at night so they can be up at first thing in the morning. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to be up all night long, in the famous words of Tony Blackburn, and I don't want to ruin that person's night. I'm pretty sure if I went over, he'll be happy enough, me being there. That's the way of the world. In wild camping, everyone's friendly, everyone gets along. But I'm going to do the honourable thing, and I'm going to find somewhere else to pitch up for the night. Absolutely gutted is an understatement, is an underpants. But that's just the way it goes, guys. That's just the way it goes. I'll have to come again sometime next year, maybe next time with you and Chris. I was pretty certain I would get it for myself with it being a Tuesday night. But like I say, some prick in a Hilleberg tent has beat me to it. I'm only joking, folks. The last time I was here, I'll tell you the story about that. I was going to tell you that later when we're having a drink. Someone beat us to it. Me and the 2 Chris's. So we ended up going over there. But it's blowing a gale plat. Yes, a gale plat is out in force. And, you know, it's coming from that way. So I'm thinking if I can get over the other side of this, maybe get a pitch. Looking back down at the valley that I've just came up, hopefully I'm sheltered from the wind. We can sit and chill out, get mangled, spangled and totally grim crangled and have a good time. So, right, bugger, let's go and find a spot. I'll bring you back in a few seconds. Nice. Right folks, let's check this out. I might have found myself a fantastic little spot. This is what it's all about, guys. All part of the adventure. The only thing that's against us is time. It's going to be dark in about an hour. And obviously I've been going really slow with me old bad macaroni. I might have struck gold here. We shall see. My Mandy Dingles. Let's check it out. Because I haven't got time to be looking for anything else. Oh yes. Oh yes. This'll do, guys. This'll do for this Mandingo. And this is the way of the Mandingo. Right next to this stream, you have the nice, relaxing sound of the running water. Views to die for, as they say, in the southeastern region of Mongolia. It's not the perfect flat spot. What it's going to have to do, right, let's get the bag off. Oh, my chest. It's around my chest, in my bag. Let's get the bag off, let's get the tent up, and I'll bring you back in a mini mantella. Tricycles. Right folks, as you can see, the tent's up. I'm back out in the Nortent Vern one. The weather is starting to take a turn for the worse. The wind's actually just dropped down. Just as I started pressing record there, it was blowing a gale plat when I was trying to get the tent up, and it was a nightmare because all the ground round here is Rocky Marciano, the old Rocky Dennis. So I was really struggling to get the Peggy Mitchells in. I've had to put rocks down on top just for a little bit extra support or strength, whatever you want to call it. Oh god, well, I've got the pole muscle, just putting the pegs in and sorting stuff out. I'm in agony. Them brandies are going to go down well tonight to ease the pain. So right, I need to get inside the tent, get all the gear laid out, get warmed up, yeah, and I'll bring you back in a Winnie Mandela. Right. Oh yes, nice brandy. This is called Soberano. I'll be Soberano later on. After this and some beers and some wine. Soberano sherry cask brandy. Oh yes, you better believe it. Given to me from Robert Merry. Cheers Robert, my man friend. I will certainly ding dang do a world famous brandy review later on. Oh, few shots of this hopefully kills the pain because I'm in agony at this minute in time. So I'm not going to show you all my stuff yet. I'm going to have a few shots of this in a beer, and then when I bring you back in a few Winnie Mandelas, yeah, I'll show you all my setup. What I will show you though is quickly my new sleeping bag from Nortent, the Ling, I think that's how you pronounce it, L-Y-N-G, Nortent Ling. And from what I've read and from what I've seen on YouTube, it's supposed to be a fantastic piece of kit. I'll have to wait until Z Morgan before I tell you exactly how good it is, you know, how warm it's kept us. But later on, when I get in bed and I get zippied up, the old zippy and bungled, I'll tell you how comfortable it is, and then obviously in the morning I'll tell you how warm it's kept us. But it's definitely, you know, from what I've read and what I've seen other people talking about, it's a massive step up from the OEX 900 sleeping bag I've been using. A massive thanks to the legends at Nortent, who obviously sent me this tent as well. They must be happy with what I've been doing because they've been kind enough to send me this sleeping bag. At Christmas time, I'm Blot. I'm losing my marbles. Me and Mrs. Blot, we'd said we're going to buy each other one present each because we've been together that long. We've got everything we need, so we said we'll get one present each. So I was going to treat myself to a brand new sleeping bag anywhere, but I was probably only going to spend about £250. I was hoping I could get something in the sale, you know, like something from 300 down to 250. Where this sleeping bag on Nortent's website, I think it says it's like something $530. So whatever that is in English, so it'll be over £400 for this sleeping bag. So yeah, I'm very fortunate. I'm very lucky, and no bullshit on the Blot Outdoor Show. I will give you an honest review, and I'll tell you how warm it's kept us. Not just tonight, because I'll be using it all over the winter time, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay then guys, let me have a few more shots of brandy. In fact, while I'm having a few shots of brandy, I'm stuttering already, and I haven't even started drinking properly yet. I might as well tell you the crack about how I didn't get that camping spot last time. You've seen how I didn't get it this time. Tuesday, a bloody Tuesday. I thought I was guaranteed to get that spot. Some prick in a Hilleberg. So it's Hilleberg 1, Nortent 0 when it comes to that camping spot. Yeah, I'm only joking. Festy come, festy serve. I could have pitched up there, but I don't like doing that. Whoever it is has got that spot, and it's fair and square. It's fair and square, Wolf, as far as I'm concerned. Square Wolf. Oh. Yeah, the last time I tried to camp there, nearly 3 years ago with the two Chris's, we walked up a different route. This time I've parked up down at Little Town, not far from Keswick, and I've come up this valley, whatever it's called. Is it the Newlands Valley? I'm not too sure. Last time we parked down in Borrowdale, near Grange, and then we came up. And as we came up, we thought, oh, we'll go up the top of that mountain. That's like opposite there, which is called High Spy. High Spy with my brown eye. And we got so far up there, and then we all stopped and we said, look, let's get down to the camping spot, because we don't want to let somebody else get it first. With there been 3 of us, we'd have claimed it all for ourselves. We'd have spaced the tents out, and that would have been ours. So we doubled back and we went down to the spot. We got there. Just where I was going to camp up there, Dale Head Tarn, someone was just pitching the tent up. It was our own fault. If we hadn't started to walk up to High Spy with my brown eye, we would have got there first. So we went on the other side of the tarn and we got set up there. So today I was determined to get it, but that's just the way it goes, man, dingoes. As they say in the mountain villages of Patagonia, I will try again. Yes, I will try again next year. I am determined to get that spot. Pardonsky, because it's a fantastic spot. I needn't tell you what happened today. You've already seen. Somebody beat us to it. Now I am going to sit and enjoy a few brandies. When I bring it back, I might be feeling Randy, the old macho king, Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah. Dig it. First can dingo, guys, of this camping trip from the North Brewing Company. This is open space. Quite fitting, as I am up here in an open space. You better believe it, man, dingoes. 4.5 placenta. Oh yes. Let's give it a quick bash. Oh, that's lovely, that. That is really nice. Got like a tropical fruit taste. Let's have a look at the side. Crisp, clean, malty, with flavours of grapefruit, pine, tropical fruit. That finishes with a refreshing, balanced bitterness. It is really nice. I've had this before, but it's been a while. Yeah, very nice indeed. I get my cans normally, you know, from Morrison's. It does seem like you're paying a lot more money for these, because you see them, don't you? £2.75, £3.25, £3.50, £3.75, £4, some of them. But Morrison's do it, Sainsbury's do it, Tesco's also do it. There'll be other places as well where you pay for 3 and you get the 4th one free, if that makes sense. So you pay about £9 odd, £10 for 4 cans. But what I've found is you don't really get a hangover off these. It doesn't help when you're drinking whiskey or brandy and wine as well, but just off the beers, compared to say drinking, I don't know, Stella or something like that, you get no hangover of these compared to drinking that kind of shite. When I do my stealth camping, I like to just get me budget cans, you know, whatever lager's on special. When I go in the supermarket, when I come in these wild camps, 99% of the time I'm by myself, so I like to treat myself. Yeah, why not? I'm humping, amazing. I'm humping a bag, a heavy bag all the way up the hill on my backaroony. Getting set up in brutal weather, so it's nice to treat yourself. If you know what I'm talking about, my manny dingles, and this is certainly a treat. It's very nice indeed. Right, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to do a bit editing, yeah? I'm going to do a bit of the old Dr. Edit Brown, if you know what I'm talking about. And I'll bring you legends back, and a few Neil Sedaka's tricycles. Cheers, guys. Oh yes, my Mandy Dingles. You know it makes total sense. Might as well show you my setup for tonight, me food and drink and all that shite, because it seems like I'm going to be tent bound. Maybe it was for the best, even though I don't wear a vest, that I didn't get that spot up at Dalehead Tarn. I'm a big believer if things happen for a reason. Now, I can guarantee you 100% that is more exposed. Amazing. That's more exposed up there than what I am here. I've got a good, bit of, rock face, cliff edge. The old Cliff Richard edge behind me. The old Cliff Richard and edge from U2 right behind me. Blocking the old Windy City from the old Nortent Vern K1. Why can't I just talk normal? So that tent, that prick in the Hilleberg, his tent will be blowing a gale plat all night long, in the famous words of Lionel Messi. Right, come on, let's show you my little setup for tonight. You know, I am now drinking the old Bruce Forsyth. Yeah, I've already showed you the first can I had. I'm forgetting what that was already. 2 Candingos left. I've got from the Kirkstall Brewing Company Virtuous Session IPA, 4.5% there. This one says, oh, it's got tropical fruit again, pine, citrus, pardonsky, sounds very rice. I've also got my 4th and final can. I've had this about grass all over it. I've had this about 3 times before. Ooh. from the Wild Beer Company. Pogo Passion Fruit Pale Ale. Placenta. Oh, it's right in the front, man. 4.1 placenta. So it's not too strong. It's just a nice, enjoyable drink. Does it tell you what this tastes like? Well, it says passion fruit pale ale. So passion fruit, guava, orange. Yeah, the old Jason orange, if you know what I'm talking about. Tropical as well. Yeah, it's a right tropical twist tonight, guys. You better believe it is. Do you like the hat, by the way? Total sense with the dog ears. This is the different one. You normally see is where the top hat ones, where the strap, the old strap on. Oh, matron. The strap comes round. This has just got the dog ears, where it's got like a toggle on the back where you can tighten it up. So I've been out there for a slash garden, and the wind is blowing a gale plat, and my hat didn't blow off because I've got it fitted on my little bowling ball head. Perfect Ramondo Mandingos, as they say in the Dudonski. Right, so that's my Candingos. I have got a bottle of Yellowtail Sherry's. Try and keep that for the main meal tonight. Might as well show you the main meal while we're there. From Tesco's, we've got some of the finest pork chipolatas. Oh, yes. We have also got some Albert Trotter Bartlett mashed potato, 16th of December. It went out of date yesterday. Does it matter for mashed potato? I'm not bothered. 1 day out of date mashed potato. But it's happy dingleberries, as they say in the Dudong on the Blot Outdoor Show. So we've got bangers, we've got mash. I brought this out, you know, a few weeks ago and I didn't use it. From Morrison's, the best beef gravy. It's pork sausages down there, but beef gravy, but who gives a toss? I certainly don't. Yeah, we will just heat that up in the old pansexual. Yo, pansexual. Pansexual. Bangers mash and gravy. Now, I said I brought that out a few weeks ago. The date on the back of it is 2026. So I thought, what is the point in throwing it in the bin diesel when I can bring it out on another camp? Right, snackaroonies. I've already had half a packet of this. Peppered German salami. Get your words out, Chris. I've already been eating these. Some Haribo's Fruitalicious, whatever they're called. I've got a Video Nasty, a corned beef Video Nasty from Greg's, which I bought yesterday and I didn't eat. So I've wrapped that up with tin foil. Happy days. I've got a Jurgen Cloffy for Inzy Morgan, if I fancy it. I took these out when I was with little Mick at the weekend. Some Walkers, short arse fingers. Sorry guys, because I was on about little Mick. Shortbread fingers. Oh, don't say short arse to little Mick. That is so offensive. Why I? Anyway. Shortbread fingers, guys. I will certainly enjoy them. I'll probably have them in the morning. Shortbread fingers with a Jurgen Cloffy. That'll ding dang do for this man dingo. We've got the rum, or should I say brandy. Brandy makes Mrs. Blood so randy because her name is Mandy. You know exactly what I'm talking about, my fansexualities. Soberano Sherry Cask 12-year-old brandy from Robert Murray. Cheese Robert, my man, friend sexual. Brandy review coming later on. I think I've covered everything, guys. I'm now going to have corned beef Video Nasty, and I'm going to wash that down. Oh, it's empty. I think I need to open another can. I'll wash it down with a can of Virtuous Session IPA. And I'll bring you legends back in a few seconds. A Neil Sedaka, maybe even a Winnie Mandela. Lice.
Brr. Brr. Billy Brr. Brr, brr. Bungalows. Brr. Brian Badunde. Brr. Brr. Brr.
I'm Slim Shady. Yes, I'm the real Shady. Sellers me physique. Yeah, I'm rocked up like the Michelin Man, guys. 2 t-shirts on. Thermal. Vestibulski. 2 down jackets. I've got my old snot green one on because I am the green machine. And then I've got this Rab one on, which has only got the R left. It's not Rab anymore, it's just a Rap. Yes. Oh. I'm going to tell you soon. Don't you worry yourself, my man and woman friend dingoes. Can you hear that? The old Wayne Rooney's out. Yes. The old Quiche Lorraine. It's brutal outside. Yeah, I'm going to tell you soon, later on in the video. I'm going to keep you in suspenders. Do you know what I'm talking about? The update with the Biscuit crew and my injury. It's kind of like the same thing, fused together. The old fusilier. You better believe it. But I'm just sitting by myself. I've got no signal. Mrs. Blot will be worrying our little guts out. Yeah. Normally, when I get to a camping spot, if I haven't got a signal, I normally get a signal. But if I don't, you go off on a little walk, just go up the hill a little bit. Or even as I've been walking up the valley to my camping spot, your phone will start pinging. So I can send her a quick message and say, right, Mrs. Blood, I love you. I'm nearly at my camping spot. You've got nothing to worry about. I'm as safe as sound. I'm safe and sound, I should say. But today, no signal all the way up. Even when I got up there, to Dalehead Tarn, no signal. Drop down here. When I set the tent up, I went up the hill a little bit there. When I wasn't recording, wasn't picking any signal up. So I won't be able to get in touch with her until I'm driving home tomorrow. So, sorry Mrs. Blood. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do about it. She'll not even watch this, so I don't even know why I'm saying that. I've just pressed record on my old camaraderie, just to have a bit crack on with you guys, because I can't go online. I've done my editing. I've done all the old Dr. Edit Brown so far. I'm up to scratch with that. So I'm just sitting here, and I thought, right, I might as well just press record and see what shite comes out of your mouth. We are just making this shit up as we go along, guys. So I'm on my third can sexuality virtuous session IPA. Why not have a little brandy, which always makes Mrs. Blot feel so randy. That's why they call her Mandy. I always joke on with her, you know, and I'll call her Mandy Dingle. Come on, Mrs. Dingle, Mandy Dingle. And she'll give us the daggers like that. You've got to have a good big crack on, guys, haven't you? If you're in a loving relationship, you know that's how things work, when you can take the piss out of each other. It's a bit like Little Mick when we go out camping. Not how we're not in a loving relationship or anything like that. But seeing that, mind, if I got locked up in prison for the rest of my life, and I was banged up in a cell with Little Mick, and I was never going to get out, can you imagine Little Mick's arse with a pair of, like, sexy knickers? It's nice juicy arse. Give over. Oh, give over. No, but you know what I mean, guys. I think all good relationships, don't they? Whether it's with your wife, your mates,
your work colleagues. The best relationships are the one where you can absolutely rip the piss out of each other or rip the shit out of each other, if you know what I'm talking about. And you know it's just, there's nothing meant by it. It's no holes barred. You can say what you want to a limit. To a limit. Do you know what I mean? But the limit's very high. And none of you is going to bite. You're not going to take offence. Like, for example, when me and Mick's out camping, if you watched the video the other day, and we were doing the world famous whiskey review. So Mick's got the cup. Let's get some brandy in there. Oh, spillage. Spillage, guys. Sorry if I'm slavering on too much. I'm sitting here by myself. Yeah, so Mick's got the cup and he hands it to me. And then I'll come out with some random comment like, oh, I don't know if I should drink that. Little Mick's got AIDS. And then I said, wait, he hasn't got AIDS. He's only got the old HIV. It's not full-blown AIDS yet. And then I was joking on saying, I don't mind catching HIV if little Mick. He's my mate. Here, give us a cup here, Mick. And stuff like that. That, if anyone takes offence to that, if anyone takes that as, I don't know, insulting people with HIV or going over the top with your mate, taking a piss, maybe the Blot Outdoor Show isn't for you. I'm certainly not going to be offended that you're offended, if you know what I'm talking about, guys. I know I probably do maybe push the limits a little bit when it comes to wild camping videos, but there's no way I'm pushing myself to the point where I'm going to get kicked off. I'm going to get Antonio Bandingo'd off YouTube. Have you seen some of the other stuff that's on YouTube? Like some of the comedians, some of the things they say, or just other like videos that's on YouTubers that have got like thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers more than what I've got. Some of the things they do and they say. I'm not even halfway up the ladder to breaking rules like what them do. All mine is just a bit daft lad banter, you know, football changing room banter, the banter you get on the factory floor. You'll always get your odd wet wipe who's going to get offended. That's life, isn't it? That's life. And these people, they'll label you a fascist, a bigot, even though you're happy to let them have their freedom of speech. You might not agree with what them say, but because we're normal, sensible people, we can just say, oh well, I don't agree with that. But freedom of speech. Because if you lose the freedom of speech, if you lose the right to say what you want to say, or joke about what you want to joke about, everything falls like a domino effect. Hiya. Do you know what I mean? So we're happy to let people have their say, even though we don't agree with it, because that's their right, freedom of speech. But they want to stop you talking about what you want to talk about. I'm not really going to go any further into it, because the Blot Outdoor Show isn't about politics, and I never bang on to about politics and religion, sexuality, unless it's pansexuality. Pansexuality. Pansexual. Sexual chocolate. Yes. But I do like to have a little bit joke about things, and I do kind of take the piss out of everyone and everything, so I'm not excluding anyone. And you guys keep tuning week after week, so you obviously know there's nothing bad meant by it. It's just me, little Mick, young Chris, cowboy Chris, but normally me, having a laugh, having a good time, spreading positive vibes on the Blot Outdoor Show. So if anyone's offended, look here, I've got no hate for you. It's all love here on the Blot Outdoor Show. But if it is getting to the point where It's really getting you and you're offended. There's a million things you can watch on YouTube instead. I really appreciate all my subscribers, and I love each and every one of you. And I'm truly thankful from the bottom of my heart for all you legends tuning in every week. If there's a handful of people that it's not for you and you maybe think I'm going a little bit too far, go and watch something else, because there's millions of things you can watch on YouTube. And if later down the line you want to come back, it's happy dingleberries, as they say in the doodying. There you go, guys. That's enough of me talking shite. Where did all that come from? It's just brandy. I'm not used to drinking brandy. It's making me so randy. I'll bring you legends back in a few seconds. And very soon, I'll tell you about my injury and a big fight. Oh yes, a big fight at the OK Corral with the Biscuit crew. Bicycles.
Brr. Made for enough.
Oh my God. Cheers, man, dingoes. Right, quick question time. And I'm reading into the future. I know there's people going to ask, Mandingo, how the hell did you get a slash Gordon? You know, if you need to drain the lizard, the old Eddie Lizard. How did you get a piss? And even worse, what if you needed a Barry White? What if you had a teddy bear's arm or King Kong's finger sticking out the old brown eye? How did you go for a Papa Don't Preach? A good old Papa New Guinea? What do you do if you need to drop the groceries? Right. Having a wee, a pee, a slash Gordon, what I've got to do is, because I'm not going out there and that, it's easy. Get on my knees there, get on my knees on that ground sheet, right on the edge of the vestibule ski, get me underpanty girdles ready to pull down, get the old zippy and bungle pulled straight up. As soon as that's up, knob out. And that sounds disgusting, but I'm just answering the question. Quick slash Gordon, as quick as that. Couple of shakes, the old shake and vac. Back in the old panty girdles, zip down. Job done dingoed, as they say in the doodoy. Now, for a cack mandu. Sometimes, yes, when I'm wild camping, I do need a good old Kathmandu, a Papa Don't Preach. I don't think I will today. On the way over, the old teddy bear's arm was sticking out, so when I got to Penrith, I quickly popped the Sainsbury's, and rather than buying groceries, I went straight in the toilet, and I dropped my groceries. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm good now. I'm good now until I get home tomorrow.
We all know our own body, so I know I'm good. But when I normally come out wild camping, if I do need a Kathmandu first thing in the morning, normally the day before when I get pitched up, I'll have a look around, and so I already know where I'm going to go if I need a big steaming turd. That's the only way to say it, guys. So you have your little trowel, go around, dig a hole, squat a rooney, drop the groceries, bury the turd, happy dingleberries. And it's as simple as that. What else are we supposed to do? Your baby wipes or your toilet roll, chuck them in your bin diesel, tie a double knot or a treble knot in that if you've got skidamadders. And that's it, guys. That's it. Anyone that goes wild camping or stealth camping, you guys know the score. What are you supposed to do? When you've got to go, as they say, in the deepest forest of the Congo. Right. Cheers, guys. I'm going to chill out. Mice. Well, folks, I said I wanted to test out the Nortent Vern 1 in all different weather conditions. It's getting a good old test tonight in the Lake District. You better believe it is. Gale Platt. Gale Platt is kicking right off. Fourth and final Candingo from the Wild Beer Company. Pogo Passion Fruit IPA. Bloody hell. Yes. The old Nortent Vernon Keir one manner is getting a good testaroonie tonight. You better believe it is. Bicycles. Yes, guys, it's 10 p.m. I'm on the dregs of society of my last can of sexuality. I have still got a little bit of brandy left. There's enough for a nice little tasteroonie before we do the brandy review. I have got a bottle of red wine down there still, as you can see, and me food. So I think what we'll do is we will cook the food very soon. Yes, I think when I bring you back, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be cooking the old bangers and mash with gravy. And while that's cooking, while the food's cooking and while we're eating, I'll tell you the crack about the biscuit crew, the old biscuit crew dingo, and how my injury went from just a pulled muscle when I was out with little Mick the other night, to a really bad pulled muscle and a bad backaroony. You better believe it. Cheers, guys. Matron. It's the glove of self-love. Matron. just waiting for the gravy to heat up and pour that over the bangers and mash. You better believe it, guys. Yes, you'll have seen me camping with little Mick the other night, and I was telling you about my injury on my shoulder. But since then, a couple of days ago, we had the Blot Outdoor Show private party, Christmas party. Few select friends, sponsors of the channel. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Me, little Mick, Mrs. Blot, young Chris, Cowboy Chris, and a few other, select people. There wasn't many people there. But there was a few. There was enough for something to kick off, if you know what I'm talking about. I wasn't expecting anything bad to happen, but at one point of the night, as the night was getting late on, Uncle Bensky, it's his famous party trick. I go back 30 years with him, so it's nothing to me. It's just a good laugh. He got up on the stage and he was doing the old windmill, the old helicopter, whatever you want to call it. There might have been a few people offended. Oh, I'm offended by that. Gary, you know what I'm talking about, guys. That's just the way it goes. Anyway, he came off stage, Uncle Bensky. He's in his 60s now, do you know what I mean? And he's still giving it large. He's giving it large big time. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Let's just check on the gravy. Let's give it a stir around, folks. Oh yes, there we go. Uncle Chips and Gravy. Uncle Chips and Gravy. Anyway, so Uncle Bensky came off the stage. He went to the toilets because he was sweating. He'd been dancing around doing the old helicopter. So he went off the toilets to cool down. Anyway, luckily for us, Aunt Bessie was there. Good old Aunt Bessie. She wasn't drinking. She was just keeping an eye on everything. A good old wise head. She was actually driving the minibus. She picked us up and she was going to drop us all off, make sure everything was safe and sound. But when Uncle Bensky went into the toilets, 3 mandingos followed him in. Well, Aunt Bessie thought nothing of it at the time, but he'd been a while and she just got this funny feeling something wasn't right. And then she heard a few like coming from the toilet. Exactly, Cowboy Chris. You know Cowboy Chris, Yakka Travels. He was exactly walking past. Luckily it was Cowboy Chris, because he is one of the toughest lads I've ever known all my life. He ran off to the toilets. I was at the bar. I was standing at the bar waiting to get served, and I just turned and I seen Cowboy Chris running in. So obviously I followed him. By the time I got in, Cowboy Chris had already flattened 2 of them. It was only the biscuit crew, wasn't it? Yeah. Ginger nuts. Yeah. The coconut ring piece and the hobnobhead had followed Uncle Bensky in. Cowboy Chris had already knocked out the hobnobhead and the coconut ring piece. But what he didn't know was, as I was coming in, Ginger Nuts had a glass bottle in his hand and he was just about to smash it over Cowboy Chris's head. Well, I just ran in and I rugby tackled him. I absolutely splattered him. You better believe I did. I knocked him flying through the cubicle door into the cubicle where somebody was having a Barry Wright. It was only Kev, who's the admin on the Facebook Blot Outdoor Show fans group. He was sitting having a shite. He was having a big old stinking dumperoonie. Knocked him through there. He was out. Yeah. He wasn't totally knocked out. He was semi-conscious. He was like that. There was no reason for me to hit him anymore. So I just stood up. Little Mick comes running through. Unbelievable. It was like, what's going on here? Little Mick comes running through. Sits on top of the chest of Ginger Nut and just absolutely headbutts him twice. Totally smashes his bakeroonie. Unbelievable, guys. Let me just check out my gravy. Gravy, oh yes, is bubbling away. Ready to put on my sausage mash. Give there another Winnie Mandela, and then it's happy dingleberries, as they say in the doo-doing. Yeah, so Cowboy Chris flattened 2, our rugby tackled 1, and then little Mick headbutted him. There was 3 domino, you know, like 3 security guys. Them came through, dragged them by the legs, out the door, into the gutter, where they belong. When we ended up back in the bar, young Chris came over, lovely lad. You've seen young Chris Captain me, probably the nicest lad I've ever met in all my life. He was concerned because I said I had pains in my chest. I think he thought I was having like a mini stroke or heart attack, and he was panicking. He said, I need to phone a doctor. I said, I'm alright, young Chris, it's just a pull muscle. He said, I'm still going to go and get Dr. Oaker. He said, Dr. Oaker's over there. I said, aye, whatever. So young Chris went off. While I was waiting for him to bring Dr. Oaker over, Captain Birdseye came over and he tried to have a look. I said, you can piss off. His fingers stunk. His fingers stunk of flesh. He went like that on my nose and he went, smell your ma. I said, you dirty bastard, piss off. He walked off, laughing his head off. Typical Captain Birdseye. He's a good laugh, but he's a dirty bastard, you know what I mean? Anyway, young Chris came over with Dr. Oaker. He checked us out, he lifted me top up and he said, yeah, don't worry man, Dingo. He went, you've got like a bad pull muscle round your man boob, round the side and into your back. What he did say was, don't go out camping tonight. Why aye? Nothing's going to stop this man Dingo going out on a wild camp. Anyway guys, there you go. I've let you know the crack on the Block Outdoor Show. I'm trying to be transparent. I'm keeping nothing from you. It was a Christmas party, a private party. It kicked off. But what we did find out was, after my good friend, head of security, the Viscount, he checked the CCTV cameras, and you had like, who was it? The little man, Mr. Kipling, and the man from Del Monte were standing around talking. When the trouble kicked off, the man from Del Monte like kind of walked away. Exactly at the same time the trouble kicked off, the man from Del Monte done one. So I think he is a proper dodge pot. So I am finished with the man from Del Monte, and when I see him, he'll be getting a good old best lip, if you know what I'm talking about. There you go guys. That's enough of me talking shite. Let's get this gravy poured over the bangs and mash. Right. Looking for me spoon, it's in the pansexual. The old pansexual. I'll need the spoon for the gravy, because there's loads of gravy on there. I've had a couple of sausages. It's bangers and mash in gravy. Here we go folks. Oh, it's piping hot as well. Wow. Lovely jubbly, as I see in the doo-doing. Oh yes. This is certainly a meal fit for man Dingo. taken my mind off the storm now. It's absolutely brutal. I'm telling you now, whoever that was up there, in the spot I want to be in, the more exposed than me, they'll be getting absolutely battered and bruised. I have actually ended up better off camping here. Oh yes, guys. Well, this is absolutely lovely. I am thoroughly enjoying it. When we finish this, I need to drain the lizard, the old Eddie lizard. And then we'll do a Brandy review. But that's nice, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, the beef gravy doesn't really work with the pork sausages. But I'm out camping, so who gives a shit? Right guys, I'll bring you back in a few seconds. Bicycles. Yes. You know it makes sense, guys. You know it makes absolute, complete, total sense. Right. Oh yes, guys. You know what time it is. It's Brandy time. Brandy, feeling randy, and Mrs. Blot is called Mandy. You better believe it. It's going to be a quick one, guys. We are going to fly through this because I am not a brandy expert. I'm a whisky man, and I do enjoy a few rums, but brandy is not my name. It's not my game, if you know my name. That's what I'm trying to say. And do not blame this man Dingo for making a mess of this brandy review. Bought for me from a legend by the name of Robert Murray. This is Soberano Spanish Sherry Cask, 12-year-old brandy. Already popped in the old famous Club Dingo. Let's go, guys. Let's get the old beaker in it. For me, it's like quite sweet, like a sweet caramel. Not spicy. Like a fruity, maybe like a dark fruit, like raisins type of smell, but definitely sweet, rich, dark fruit. Yeah, that's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the taste and bicycles. Oh yeah, that's all right. Quite smooth, dare I say, velvety. The old black velvet in that small southern style, if you know what I'm talking about. No spices, there's no kick there. Well, like for me, I haven't read anything. I haven't looked at the back of the bottle. There's nothing there anyway. There's nothing to see. I've got no signal here. It's like a treacle toffee thing to me, guys. I might be totally wrong, Dingo. Because it goes down quite smooth, quite thick. So I'm getting like a treacle toffee type of taste of Rooney. There's a little bit cinnamon there. The old Jerry cinnamon is back in town. Why he's popular. It's rich. It is very rich. If you don't like a rich drink, it's not for you. I've got my legs open. Sorry guys, I've got my mind open to alcohol. I'm willing to try everything. That's what the Brook Outdoor Show Whiskey, Rum, Brandy review is all about. It's quite nice. There you go. Like I say, I'm no expert, guys. Give me another gulp of Rooney. That's got a little flavour there. Yeah, the fourth of its taste. It's like a nice, sweet, sherry flavour Rooney. That's just getting a bigger score now. I wasn't going to give it a good score, but yeah, that's just boosted it up. A nice sherry flavour coming through, like a treacle toffee sherry. Nice and smooth. There you go. I've got nothing else to say. I am no brandy expert. Soberano, 12-year-old, from Robert Merry. Cheers, Robert, my man friend sexual. It's nothing special. I think you can buy that for £20, £25. That's not me disrespecting it, that's just what it costs. I'm not a brandy drinker. Down the hatch, guys. I'm going to give it, as straight as a die, 7. Oh, it's giving me heartburn. Oh, it's a 7 out of 10 dingo mandingos, and that's it. It's blown a gale plat. It's blown an absolute storm. Ashley, how Ashley, what I see, Ashley, our Teresa, what you got done, our Tracy, what you got done, our Ashley, what I see, our Ash. Right, guys, it's time for me to say good night, Vienna, and I'll see you in the morning at coffee time. Good night. Oh yes.
Good morning, mandingos. It's been like this all night long, in the famous words of Lionel Blair. Non-stop rain, non-stop strong winds. You can hear the water roaring down by that stream. Yeah, it's 8:15. I'm bursting for a slack going as usual. I'm just going to nail in the vestibule and get a quick one there. Might as well get up and get packed away. That's going to be fun. I'm definitely going to get soaking wet, but we need to get off this hill. We need to make like a tree and split and get out of Dodge City. Yeah. Come on then. Yeah, and just to quickly mention,
sleeping bag, super comfy. The Ling from Nortent, absolutely boiling hot. Zipped up. I was twice as warm as what I normally am when I'm in the OEX 900. I actually had to zip it down to let some air in because I was sweating like a fat lass from Stoke-on-Trent in a discotheque. Absolutely tremendous. And there's more stuff you can do with this. There's holes at the side where you can put your hands out, so you can go outside pretty much wearing the sleeping bag with your arms and your legs hanging out. We'll have to do that on another video because obviously because of the weather I didn't get a chance, but absolutely fantastic piece of kit. Thank you to the legends at Nortent. Right, come on then, let's get packed up. Bicycles.
Come on guys, let's go. I need to get off that stream, so I think I'm going to have to climb back up there, try and get across over there somewhere. We'll figure it out. Let's go, Mandingos. So I've got to cross this somehow, guys. Hopefully it's a bit narrower and narrower up there. So there you go guys, that's it. That's the end of this week's Wednesday night Wildcamp adventure. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a great time, even though it was quite brutal, you know. It seems like fun and I make the videos fun, you know, when I'm talking shite and having a good time. But it's not always champagne and Skittles, guys. Sometimes it gets really brutal, like what I did there. But it's happy dingoes, we're back in the Blockmobile. I'm now going to head home. Thank you for watching, it's very much appreciated. And tune in for my next video, which will be a takeaway review and a mooch around somewhere on Friday night and a stealth camp on Sunday. You know what I'm talking about, and you know it makes absolute, complete, total sense. Right.
Oh, matron.
You know, it's make total sense, mate. Very nice.